Hi everybody, Reaper here. India, and his plane broke down for a couple of days. The alternative India news, um, has a different story. The press's story is that Trudeau needed a park for his plane, but then his plane that was coming to get him was diverted. They don't know why it was diverted, and then I guess a substantial quantity of drugs, at least that's what they're saying, was found on Trudeau's aircraft, and that's why he was delayed. Now, the funny thing is that restrictions were put on his movements and stuff like that in India. At least that's what they claim. But yeah, I mean, if there's any truth to the story, we should definitely know about it. Um, but yeah, anyway, I'll let you watch the video, and then we'll do a quick analysis after. Anyway, without further ado.
Hi and welcome. I'm your host Vedika. Let's begin. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has returned to Canada, and his return has been eventful. During the G20 summit, he faced criticism and challenges from various world leaders, including Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Joe Biden, and Rishi Sunak. These interactions at the G20 summit appear to be contentious and confrontational. PM Trudeau's recent visit to India proved to be another disappointment, marking a continuation of previous unsuccessful visits. However, this time, the situation deteriorated even further. The specific details of the challenges and issues faced by Trudeau during these interactions and his visit to India were not provided in the text, but it is clear that his return to Canada has been met with significant criticism and difficulties on the international stage. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau encountered a significant setback following the G20 summit in India when he was denied departure due to a technical issue with his plane. This incident resulted in a 36-hour delay before he could finally return home. Trudeau and his delegation had initially planned to depart from Delhi 2 days after their arrival for the G20 summit on September 8th. However, a technical snag in his Airbus aircraft disrupted their travel plans. Mohammad Hussain, press secretary of the Canada Prime Minister's office, confirmed the presence of a substantial technical problem that needed resolution. Once the issue was rectified, Union Minister Rajiv Chandrasekhar was present at the airport to bid farewell to Trudeau and express gratitude for his participation in the G20 summit. However, it's worth noting that the Canadian Air Force's CC-150 Polaris plane, initially en route to pick up Trudeau, was unexpectedly diverted to London with no official explanation provided for this diversion. This incident occurred against a backdrop of strained relations between India and Canada, with New Delhi raising concerns about Canada's reluctance to take action against Khalistani elements within its borders. Prime Minister Narendra Modi conveyed his apprehensions to Trudeau regarding the continued activities of Khalistani elements in Canada. The unusual aspect of Trudeau's plane snag was the prolonged delay in identifying the specific technical issue, a process that typically takes only hours. Additionally, Trudeau was prevented from participating in any public events during this time, adding to the mystery surrounding the situation. It is indeed perplexing that the nature of the problem and the restrictions placed on Trudeau's movements were not in line with standard procedures. The details of what precisely transpired during this incident remain undisclosed, shrouding it in secrecy. However, there are now emerging rumors and speculations about the incident, further deepening the intrigue surrounding this unexpected turn of events. According to multiple sources, the Canadian aircraft faced departure denial due to the discovery of a significant quantity of drugs on board, creating a drug-related angle to the incident. Airport sniffer dogs reportedly detected a substantial amount of drugs on Trudeau's plane, leading to the cancellation of his departure. Additionally, Trudeau was unable to engage in any public activities or tours within India During this time, surprisingly, it took him 2 days to arrange an alternative flight, which is noteworthy given the usual tight schedules of heads of state. Rumors have also emerged suggesting that Prime Minister Trudeau requested Indian PM Narendra Modi to handle the matter discreetly, keeping it between them as friends. This request comes despite previous strains in India Canada relations. After Indian officials resolved the matter, Trudeau was permitted to depart from India. However, the persistence of rumors surrounding drugs on his plane raises questions. If these rumors are baseless, one might wonder why Canadian media has remained silent on the issue despite their prevalence on social media for a week. It is perplexing that media coverage has predominantly focused on explaining the technical snags rather than addressing the lingering drug related speculation. This discrepancy in reporting raises further inquiries into the transparency of the incident and whether there are undisclosed details or motivations behind the media's choice of narrative. In the absence of concrete evidence, we cannot definitely affirm the accuracy of the reports concerning drugs on Trudeau's plane. Yet the question lingers, were there drugs on Trudeau's plane? As the details surrounding this incident remain murky, it prompts us to question whether there is more to this story than meets the eye.
There you have it, folks. That is alternative media in India. Now, point something out quickly here. This picture that they showed in the beginning of the drugs right here. Well, I don't know if it's drugs or not, but it certainly gives the air of there being drugs on Trudeau's plane. If I could just point out that this is right here is not Trudeau's plane. That's definitely not his plane. His is blue on the bottom. It doesn't have engines at the back. That looks like a smaller sort of jet. So maybe they were using that as an example. I don't know, but in there, I mean, it's really the only thing you can find except for speculation. But it would be nice for an answer. Would be nice for an answer and him to at least address it. It is going to become a story. So was it, were there drugs in the PM's plane? And if so, who put them there? Was it, I doubt it was him. God, how stupid can you be? But who was it? We need to know if there's any sort of truth to the story. Anyway, folks, that's it for me today. Have a great day. Take care of yourself and each other, and we'll see you next time.